Well, hello everyone. My name is Tara Good, and I am the Director of International Admissions at Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. And I would like to thank you very much for joining me. I would be happy to tell you more about my university and the opportunities that you have, not only at my university, but within the United States. And so with that, we will go ahead and get started. We are having a few technical issues with the sound, so the videos today won't be playing for you. So we will just go ahead and move on through those, but you're welcome to ask questions through the chat. I'll do my best to monitor the chat throughout the presentation, but definitely we'll leave time at the end of the presentation if you have questions. That is usually the best time to ask those questions in the chat. So with that, we will go ahead and get started. So Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University is the first and largest aviation and aerospace specific university in the world. And I just want to point out some of the top fast facts that we have for Embry-Riddle. One of the things that I'd like to mention is that 7 of our Embry-Riddle graduates have gone on to become astronauts. We are known as the top online bachelor's program. We've been ranked within the top 5 for the last 7 years. So we have wonderful online programs. And we have been ranked #1 in aerospace engineering. We are the first and only aerospace physiology program in the world. And we have the first College of Security and Intelligence in the nation. So you can see Embry-Riddle is a really unique university, and I'm happy to tell you more about what sets Embry-Riddle apart from other universities. But first, I think it's important to address where we are globally with the COVID pandemic. We're all aware and have all been impacted by the global pandemic. And so one of the questions prospective students might have during this time is, how will this impact the aviation world? And how will this impact the aviation economy? And so I just wanted to point out, this is a very interesting chart that shows the world of aviation from 1950 to 2012. And you'll see that throughout those years, you'll see the crises that we've dealt with and how there's a immediate short dip when it comes to the aviation industry, but quickly the aviation industry recovers. And that is really what we expect during and after the global pandemic. So the stake is not to know if air traffic will recover, but when it will recover. And I see someone is asking me for contact details, and I will definitely share that information at the end of the presentation. So hold tight and I will share that information. We have 2 beautiful residential campuses in the United States. I am greeting you today from Daytona Beach, Florida. So lovely campus located in the southeastern United States in Florida. Our campus is about 10 minutes from the beach, lovely, beautiful beachside campus, great weather all year round, subtropical climate. We also have the lovely Prescott, Arizona campus, and this is located in the mountains of Arizona. They have all 4 seasons in the mountains of Arizona, so it's a lovely campus to experience all of the opportunities that you have within aviation in a mountain community. So just 2 very different residential locations in the United States. So if you are trying to determine where you might want to study in the US, I recommend looking into the different climates in those 2 areas. And our programs at each of our residential campuses, many are the same, but some of our programs vary a bit by residential campus. So we will discuss that further as we go forward. And even though you're not going to be able to hear the audio, I think it's important to just play this quick video of the Daytona Beach campus, where you'll get a feel for what the Daytona Beach campus looks like. So while this video is playing, just want to make sure you guys can still hear me. As I mentioned, the audio is not working for this video, but this video is showing you some different snapshots of the Daytona Beach campus of Embry-Riddle. So just really wanted to give you a feel for what it will look and feel like to be a student on the Daytona Beach campus. You'll see our lovely student union there. We have a brand new student union on the Daytona Beach campus. So that is an amazing opportunity for students. That's where they can study, go to the library, eat lunch. So with that said, I will show a Prescott video. And while that video is playing, I will also give you a little information about the Prescott campus. As I mentioned, the Prescott, Arizona campus is located in the mountains of Arizona, about an hour and a half north of Phoenix. This is an incredible campus that is really located in a very unique part of the world, in a unique part of the United States. The Grand Canyon is just a couple hours away from the Prescott, Arizona campus. So if you've seen images of the Grand Canyon, you get an idea for the climate and topography of the Arizona campus. So it's a desert, dry, arid climate, and it's located in the mountains. So it's a very unique place to live and work. So these images will give you an idea of what the Prescott, Arizona campus has to offer. You'll see that we do have planes right on campus, and one of the things we are most well known for is training pilots. That's one of the main things that we do. And so we'll go into a little bit more detail as we move through. And I do see some chats in the chat box, and I will be sharing my contact information at the end of this presentation, so please hold tight. Also, it's a little bit easier if you hold off on your questions until the very end when I can focus in on the chat and the Q&A.
Tera ufak bir teknik sorun yaşıyor. Birazdan aramızda olacak tekrar.
So I'm logging back in. I think we had technical difficulty. Please let me know if you can hear me. Please just type yes in the chat box. Let me know that you could hear me okay. Perfect. Okay, so let's move on. Sorry about the technical difficulties. I'm glad you can hear me okay. So next, let's talk about the online opportunities for study at Embry-Riddle. You'll see the list of undergraduate and graduate programs that we have for our online campus. So if you are interested in studying from your home country and you want to completely study online, that is an opportunity for you through our worldwide online campus at Embry-Riddle. We also have the Embry-Riddle Asia campus. This campus is located in Singapore, and we offer part-time and full-time programs for working professionals or students who want to be full-time. And you'll see the list of undergraduate degree programs that we offer at the Singapore campus and our graduate degree programs that we offer. So the next question is, where do you want to go? So I will talk about our programs and break them down into applied sciences, aviation, business, engineering, safety, security, and intelligence, and space. So within the aviation field, The employment categories in support of air transportation are expected to grow by 25% by 2022. What this means is that there are going to be so many jobs in the aviation industry. And with that, both in the aviation industry, as the aviation companies will be looking for pilots, for engineers, but they'll also be looking for business professionals. So keeping in mind that our business program is also an amazing opportunity if you have interest in the aviation industry. And here's a list of our aviation and business majors. You'll see that the top program for bachelor's is called Aeronautical Science. This is our flight program. So students who are interested in becoming a pilot can study aeronautical science. It's a 4-year bachelor's program that combines your flight with your academic studies for a bachelor's degree. So at the end of 4 years, you'll have a bachelor's degree and all of your FAA aviation licenses as well. So this is a wonderful opportunity for students who want to become a professional pilot. And it is what makes Embry-Riddle extremely unique, as our Daytona Beach campus has an airport right next to our campus. So you will be studying and flying right on our Daytona Beach campus. Our Prescott, Arizona campus also has the flight program, and their airport is about maybe 5 or 10 minutes away from campus. So also a very conveniently located campus. So you'll see all of the programs we have here within aviation and business, and we will move on to engineering and space. We are the nation's largest educator of aerospace engineers. We offer real-world research opportunities while you're at Embry-Riddle, even as an undergraduate student. So as the space tourism is introduced and commercial space companies are growing, there will be more opportunities in this area for international students specifically. So our bachelor's, master's, and doctoral degrees are listed here. As I mentioned, our aerospace engineering degree is quite popular. So for students who are interested in designing aircraft, they can choose either the aeronautical track to design airplanes, or they can choose the space track if you're interested in designing spacecraft as well. We have our astronomy and astrophysics program. And when it comes to engineering, we have civil, electrical, computer, mechanical engineering, software engineering. So if you are interested in the engineering disciplines, there are many opportunities for you at Embry-Riddle, as you'll see listed here. I mentioned earlier that we are the first university to offer a college of safety, security, and intelligence. Embry-Riddle has recognized that this is a very fast growing career field. As you know, cybersecurity is constantly in the news as we need to protect our software and our computer systems. So with that said, we offer numerous bachelor's and master's programs in the area of safety, security, and intelligence. So also our Prescott campus is known to really have a concentration of the majority of these programs. With that said, some of these programs are also offered at our Daytona Beach campus as well. Our Applied Science College is a college that offers a kind of a multidisciplinary approach. So whether you're interested in weather patterns, human behavior, technology, aerospace, global security, you'll see the bachelor's and master's and doctoral programs offered here. So our aerospace physiology program, the first program listed, is our pre-med program. It's a very unique program, the first of its kind in the United States. It's for students who are interested in a pre-med program, and they're interested in the effects of space and air travel on the human body. So this might be a great opportunity if you're interested in medicine, physiology, biology, but you're also interested in aviation and space as well. I also want to point out the Human Factors Psychology program. It's possible that you've never heard of human factors, but you may have heard of ergonomics or the design of the workplace for human use. And the Human Factors Psychology program is exactly that. It's an ergonomic program. It's a design of the workplace for human use. So you'll study research, ergonomics, anatomy, and physiology. There will be it's a very interdisciplinary opportunity for you So I definitely recommend you look up human factors. Let's talk about the labs and facilities we have at Embry-Riddle. We have some of the most state-of-the-art equipment, labs, and tools for our students. You'll see the Artificial Intelligence Lab at the top left-hand corner, that we have an observatory at both the Prescott campus and the largest telescope in the southeastern United States at the Daytona Beach campus. We have air traffic control labs, flight simulators, engineering labs, electrical labs. So no matter what your program is at Embry-Riddle, it's likely that you will have quite a bit of hands-on experience. You might be interested in campus life and student activities. So we will briefly talk about campus life. I'm going to play this video and narrate it as needed, as I know that you won't be able to hear the audio. Oops, sorry about that. Let's back up and try that again. Okay, so this is the Daytona Beach campus. You'll see some images of campus life on the Daytona Beach, Florida campus. As I mentioned, we are about 10 minutes from the beach, so you'll see these lovely aerial shots of the Daytona Beach, Florida area. We are surrounded by beautiful springs and opportunities to be outside. We have lovely weather all year round. So definitely some opportunities to be outside, to enjoy the wonderful weather that we have in Florida. This also makes for a great climate for training pilots. So that is one of the strategic reasons why Embry-Riddle is located in the Daytona Beach area. It does allow for flight training throughout the year. And this is important for our pilots as they want to get in as much flight training as they can while they're at Embry-Riddle. And we'll talk about Daytona Beach athletics as well. So if you're interested in sports at Embry-Riddle, you will see that we are part of the NCAA Division II. That means we are the second most competitive collegiate sports competition. And so you'll see our athletic teams for women's and men's and co-ed listed here for the Daytona Beach campus. So if you're interested in becoming an athlete, I will be happy to email you more information. At the end of the presentation, I'm going to share my email address, and the best way to reach out to me would be to send me an email right after this presentation. I'll be happy to send you more information on how to become an athlete, how to become a student, all of the information, all of the questions that you might have, I can answer through email. Next, let's look at this brief video of the Prescott, Arizona campus. So, as I mentioned, Prescott, Arizona is located in the mountains. It's a lovely community that will allow you opportunities to backpack, to mountain climb, really just explore Prescott. I see that we're having some issues with the video, but hopefully you can see some of the opportunities in Prescott, Arizona. It is a lovely place to live and to work. And at the Prescott, Arizona campus, the intercollegiate sports opportunities for you are part of the NAIA division, and you'll see the women's and men's opportunities for athletics at the Prescott, Arizona campus. When it comes to clubs and organizations, you'll see a list of some of the clubs and organizations we offer at the Daytona Beach campus. Keep in mind, this is not an all-inclusive list. We have over 100 different clubs and organizations at Embry-Riddle. What that means for you as a student is that we want you to explore all of your interests. Going to college in the United States is not just about your academics. It's about becoming a well-rounded individual, exploring your interests, your passions. And so that's what the clubs and organizations will help you do as a student. And you'll see the Prescott clubs and organizations as well listed here. And so you'll see anything from religious organizations to cultural organizations. We want you to get involved on campus, and we want you to have an amazing student experience. Next, we'll briefly talk about tuition at the Embry-Riddle campus. You'll see the cost for the U.S. residential campuses, including all fees, including your room and board and your books. The total cost is about $51,000 US per year. The graduate estimated costs are approximately $33,000 per year. And if you're interested in flight training, keep in mind the cost is a bit more for flight. And I will be happy to send you more information on that. Our worldwide and online program, so this means that opportunity for you to study completely online is listed here. So total cost for 1 year of study with the online program is about $11,000 US per year for the undergraduate program. For the graduate program, about $9,000 per year. And the Asia campus. So if you're interested in studying at the Singapore Asia campus, you'll see the list of undergraduate estimated costs. You'll see the total cost is about $25,000 US per year to study at the Singapore campus for the undergraduate program, and for the graduate program, about $37,000 US per year. We also offer merit scholarships. So I will say that at the undergraduate level, if you submit SAT or ACT, which are college entrance exams, and you are a strong student, meaning you have a strong GPA, it is possible that you will be eligible for a merit scholarship. These are partial scholarships offered to our international students. They won't cover the full cost of tuition, so you will need to consider other scholarship opportunities outside of Embry-Riddle or another funding source to come to Embry-Riddle. At the graduate level, we do offer some smaller partial merit scholarships based on GRE or GMAT scores, which are graduate placement exams, and also your grade point average from your undergraduate program. So for the checklist items for the undergraduate admissions program, you'll see the list of documents that you'll send in to us. So the first step will be to apply online. And I will be happy to, as I mentioned, share my contact information. I will even be happy to waive the $50 application fee. All you have to do is reach out to me, send me an email, let me know that you would like to apply. I'll be happy to waive the $50 application fee. You'll also see we need your official high school transcripts. In some cases, we need a foreign credential evaluation, which is an evaluation of your coursework outside the United States. If your language of instruction was not in English, then you will need to take the TOEFL, IELTS, or Duolingo exam. I mentioned the SAT or ACT are optional, but they are required for scholarship consideration. And you will need to prove your financial support, meaning you'll need to prove funds for 1 year of study. And this is not an admissions requirement, it's a requirement to receive your visa. And the graduate admissions checklist is actually quite similar. Again, I'll be happy to waive your application fee if you would like to apply to one of our graduate programs. And you'll see the requirements are very similar when it comes to the foreign credential evaluation, the TOEFL or IELTS that are required if your language of instruction was not in English. Moving right along so we can leave time for questions at the end, get your questions ready. And Embry-Riddle Fast Facts, we just want you to know that 94% of our surveyed Embry-Riddle graduates are employed or they're continuing their education within 1 year of graduation. So our students are really finding incredible jobs right after they graduate. And with over 137,000 alums around the world, you can see how the alumni network is just really incredible and a great way to connect with employers as well as a fellow Embry-Riddle graduate. So you know where you're going and we'll help you get there. So whether you're interested in flying an airplane, designing an engine, leading an industry, predicting the weather, or exploring outer space, we have a program for you, and we can definitely talk about those programs in depth. Now, here you'll see our contact information. You'll see the international admissions email addresses at all of our campuses. As I mentioned, I'm at the Florida campus, and I'm going to share my personal email address in the chat box. so that you can reach out to me directly. If you're interested in applying to Embry-Riddle, I recommend that you reach out to me directly, and I will be happy to waive that application fee for you, okay? So with that said, I do want to open it up for questions. I know that you might have some questions about the admission process, and I want to give a little bit of time for you to ask those questions. So please feel free to type those questions in the chat box. I'm going to go scroll up, and I see that there was a question. Let me see. Do you support aviation development all over the world? So that is a great question. So, oh, I see that there's a questions tab. Give me 1 second. I will move over to the questions tab. Okay, so I see that there are several questions. Give me a second to kind of review them, and I will do my best to answer these questions, okay? Okay, so someone is wanting me to explain the scholarship opportunities. So when it comes to our scholarship opportunities, as I mentioned, they are partial scholarship opportunities. So they won't cover the full cost of your tuition, but they certainly can help with the cost of your tuition. So for a graduate program, I would say generally those scholarships range from about $2,000 per year up to about $6,000 per year. And I hope that answers your question. And if not, please reach out to me through email. Please let me know what other questions you might have. Let's see, what do you mean by strong GPA for scholarships? So GPA stands for grade point average. So it's the grades that you have received in high school, or if you are a graduate applicant, it will be the grades that you are receiving at your university level. Okay. Let me go to the next question. Do you have a pathway program for English qualification? That's a great question. We do have the Embry-Riddle Language Institute. So this is an opportunity for students who do need some language training. You can definitely reach out to me for more information. So if you don't meet the language requirements yet, you can definitely pursue our language program. Let's see. How many points do we need to get from IELTS? That's a great question. So for IELTS, you need a 6.0. For TOEFL, you need a 79. For Duolingo, you need a 105. Just to make sure that you all can hear me okay, and that you can hear the answers to my questions, if you can just, someone can just type yes that you can hear me okay in the chat box, that would be great. I will wait for that and answer the next question. Do we have an opportunity for internships while we're studying? Yes, there are opportunities for internships while you're at Embry-Riddle. Great, I'm so glad you all can hear me. So we do offer opportunities for internships and also an opportunity to work in the United States after you graduate. These opportunities are called CPT, or Curricular Practical Training, or OPT, Optional Practical Training. So there definitely are opportunities for working in the United States. Let's see. How much will it cost for each student to fly? That's a great question. Total cost for flight for 1 year ranges from about 25,000 US per year up to about 35,000 US per year. And it really depends on where you are in the flight program. Starting off, the professional pilot program is the most expensive part of the program. So keeping in mind that first year might be the most expensive, but then the costs go down fairly significantly. Many of our flight students often go on to become flight instructors, and that's a way to build your hours while also getting experience and getting paid for being a flight instructor. So that is an opportunity for you as well. So someone is asking about the short-term pilot course. We don't have a short-term pilot course. If you're interested in doing flight training at Embry-Riddle, you must choose the Aeronautical Science program, which is a 4-year bachelor's program that combines your flight training with your academics. If you're looking for flight only, you only want to do the flight training, maybe you already have a bachelor's degree. There are other flight schools where you could pursue just your flight, but at Embry-Riddle, that is not an option. Our flight program is quite full. And so basically, you will need to pursue the Aeronautical Science program to have a spot within our flight program. Okay, let me move on to the next question. I'm an aeronautical engineer. I want to make a master's degree. Yeah, so that's a great opportunity for you. We have an aerospace engineering program at Embry-Riddle. You can definitely email me more questions. I'll be happy to connect you with our graduate admissions office. So I assist our undergraduate international students at the Daytona Beach campus, but I have colleagues in the graduate admissions office, at our online campus, at our Prescott campus. So depending on what program you're interested in and what campus you're interested in, I will make sure you get connected with the right counselor. Let's see, so a master's degree in physics, are there studies in quantum? Definitely go onto our website. Let me put in the chat our website, which is www.erau, as in Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University.edu. And you will see the opportunities for programs in the top. There's a top bar where you can select degrees and programs, and you can take a look at all of the opportunities that we have. You can narrow it down by master's program so that you can see all of the opportunities that we have. Okay, so someone is asking about FAA licenses. What do you mean? So FAA stands for Federal Aviation Administration, and that includes the private pilot's license, the commercial pilot's license, the instrument license. So if you come to Embry-Riddle and you're pursuing your FAA licenses, those are the licenses that you will receive. Let's see, I'm moving on to the next question. What are the basic requirements so I can start online? That's a great question. You can go to our website, erau.edu. In the top right-hand corner, you'll see a link to apply now. And if you're interested in the online program, make sure that you choose the worldwide campus for your campus option, as they are the campus that allows complete online study. Let's see, and there's a second part to that question. Can I do OPT with the online? So OPT is only available to students who study at our residential campuses in the United States. And OPT stands for Optional Practical Training. And so you will have to come to one of our residential campuses to be eligible for OPT. Okay, when we graduate from college, how much flight time will we have, or the sim time? Do you have a good volleyball program? So that's a great question. Generally, our students, I think, will have over 200 hours of flight time. And again, many of our international students go on to become flight instructors so that they can increase those hours. So that is an opportunity. We do have a volleyball program. I guess you can send me more information. I can send, or you can email me and I'll send you more information about becoming an athlete. And finally, the last question I see here is, can I be a pilot at ERAU? Absolutely. You can study aeronautical science, which is the combined academic program that combines the flight training and your academics for a bachelor's degree in aeronautical science. So if you go back to the chat, you should be able to see our website. This is our main website that will take you to the main page. And then if you are interested in one of our campuses specifically, let's say you are interested in the Daytona Beach campus, in the top right-hand corner, you can choose the campus that you're interested in. Again, I'm going to give you my email address as well so that you can reach out to me directly. Any questions that you have, if you would like me to waive your application fee, if somebody can please let me know that they can see the link that I've posted and my email address, please just type yes, let me know that you can see the information I've shared. Perfect. So the main information you need is our web address and my email address, and I can answer any of the questions that you have. If I can't answer those questions, I will definitely connect you with one of my colleagues at the other campuses. So I'm happy to assist. I see that someone else is typing, so I'll give it a couple of minutes. I also see another question. Okay, I have someone asking about academic collaboration with a Turkish university. Certainly you can email me and we can discuss that more. And we do accept students from different fields of study for master's degree. It really depends on the master's program that you're interested in. Let's see, someone is asking about the scholarship GPA. And generally, students should have a B+ average or a 3.3 or higher to be eligible for a scholarship. So we are looking for top students. Someone is also asking, do we have a representative in Turkey? We don't have a representative in Turkey at the moment. Please reach out to me if you have more questions, and we can discuss that further. There's a question about completing an online program. Can we have working permission in the United States? Unfortunately, no. If you do an online program, you're not eligible for CPT or OPT. Let me go back to the chat. I just scrolled to the top, and I responded to those questions at the top. And I don't think that there are any more questions. I apologize that the audio for the video was not working, but it's been my pleasure to chat with you. Also, if you reach out to me, we can always set up a one-on-one session where we can talk through Microsoft Teams or Zoom. You can set up a meeting with me anytime if you want to have a one-on-one conversation. I'll be happy to meet with you. So if your question wasn't answered fully or you have more questions, please send me an email. We can set up a time to talk, or we can simply talk through email and I can help you. So thank you so much. I see that it looks like I've answered all of the questions, and it's been my pleasure to chat with you. Thank you so much for your time. And please reach out to me. I would love to talk with you more. Please remind me that you met with me or heard the presentation through IEFT Talks. Remind me that I've chatted with you and you watched my presentation, and I'll be happy to waive your application fee. Okay? Thank you, everyone. And I guess I'll say good evening for you in Turkey. It's still the morning here in Florida, but I hope you have a wonderful evening, and I look forward to receiving your email. Thank you so much.